Thank you so much. I need to talk to the women for a minute. Forget the men. You know how when your stomach is bloated and your breasts are sensitive and it feels like somebody hitting you in the gut 5 or 6 times? Yippee, I'm fixing to start my period. If I could kill 3 or 4 men right now, I sure would feel better about myself. I am so sick of television acting like being on your period is some romantic thing. Ain't no riding no horse when she start her period.
I hope you enjoyed that. She's one of my favorite comics. And you know, I always try to put something funny and bring some laughter to the situation because, you know what, laughter is good medicine. And as you see, I'm not wearing any makeup. I don't have on makeup or earrings or any of that. And you know why? Because I am in the lodge. And the lodge means that it's my sacred cycle. It's the time when everybody knows, leave me alone. Everybody knows, don't mess with Camille. But that's because I take that time to make it sacred. I take that time to nurture myself so that I'm not dreading the time that comes with my sacred cycle. And actually, it was through having problems with fibroid tumors that led me on this holistic journey in the first place. Because once I was diagnosed with them, I think it was probably about the size of a grapefruit. And I was having heavy bleeding, pain, definitely pain in my lower back. I had a pooched out abdomen. No matter how much weight I lost, I still had that fluff. But after a while, I found out that there was an abnormal growth. And so the first thing they wanted to do was take my womb. They wanted to do a hysterectomy. But you know what? I said that's not an option. Because at that time, I did realize that my womb, or my yoni, it was sacred. And that it did give wonderful things to me besides just producing children. And so that's what led me on my journey. And I found some wonderful herbs and supplements, but also I had to work on myself because our wombs are connected to our love relationships. You know, just because we do certain things and we think, oh, okay, I forgot about it, I'm just going to forget about it. Those thoughts don't go anywhere. I'll give you an example. Unresolved issues with relationships, abortions, not making peace with those abortions. Having issues with sex when it comes to abuse. These things manifest as growths, so they turn into tumors. We as women, we're so sacred, but in our society, we have been taught to just stick a plug in it and keep it moving. You know, act like nothing is wrong. Man up. Be stronger than that. But you know what? It's not that simple. It's not that easy.
Compared to pads, Tampax helps keep your period private. But if you still want people to know, learn this dance.
I'm menstruating. Fire, fire, fire. Yeah. The feeling I've got.
The Period Dance and other ideas available at advertiseyourperiod.com.
And we have neglected to see a lot of times who the real culprit is. So when we have these issues, we run to our local stores and we look for things on the shelf to give us that relief. But you know what? That's where the real okie doke is. That's where the real trick is. Because those products like Dush and Monistat, all those things lead to you buying more and more products because douching leads to yeast infections. Yeast infections lead you to buy these cleansing products which throw the normal self-cleaning process off. So I'm going to tell you a quick little story that my aunt and I share. She was one of the matriarchs of our family, but also my mother as well. But she said She would call this, my mom would call this the pocketbook. And she would say, Camille, don't you let nobody touch your pocketbook. And I agree, okay. And so one day I'm over my aunt's house, and she says, Camille, go in there and get my pocketbook. I looked at her, I was like, I ain't going in there to get no pocketbook. She said, yeah, I told you to go in there and get my pocketbook right now. It's brown. I was like, ugh, okay, if you say so, but I'm not touching it. And so she said, what is wrong with you? What do you think I mean when I say pocketbook? So I pointed down there. She laughed. She laughed. We didn't leave the house for 30 minutes. But she was talking about her purse. But you know what? Now that I think about it, if I had to continue to treat my little youngie like a pocketbook, things would probably been a whole lot different. Because our pocketbooks, our purse, we don't let anybody touch that purse, do we? And we put our valuables in there as well. So if I had to continue to keep that little concept, man, I tell you what,